What's up, y'all? I just got back from getting my butt handed to me at locals today, but I got you a new video here, so that'll make it better. I think it'll make it better. So, anyways, a couple weeks ago, I've just been really busy editing the video and life, but a couple weeks ago, I did in fact win the mid season thing. I didn't even know it was a thing. I just wanted to play. I just want to play the game. I did end up winning with a very original deck. Uh, Unfortunately, it was Dragapult Dust Noir, but super original and fun. But yeah, anyways, I had a lot of fun. Honestly, I once I realized that there was like a playmat up for the win. I was pretty excited, honestly, because I usually don't win playmats, but because I don't really have the time to go do bigger events. This is the playmat for reference for you guys. It's pretty simple, but I really do enjoy it. I did unfortunately lose the footage of my first game. It was a Dragapult mirror match, which, I mean, honestly, it's whoever just kind of gets going first. Most of the time, I just got my Monkey Dory going, which usually in the mirror match means you're going to win most of the time. So it wasn't anything too riveting. I do apologize for that. Shameless plug here real quick. If you guys do enjoy the videos, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want to. I'm going to try and get a few videos out every month. We'll see. I'm pretty busy. I'm still a new dad and stuff, but I'm really enjoying it. So see you guys in the video.
All right, you guys. So this is unfortunately the second game of the day. The first one just did not get recorded. My camera shut off in the middle of the game. So it was a Dragapult mirror match. In a sense, it was pure Dragapult versus me playing my Dusknoir Dragapult, which I like a lot more. It's more bursty and more fun in my opinion. I do have a couple of techs in here, such as like the Shaman, which I really do enjoy, as well as I do put candies in here, which I've seen some lists not playing candies at all, but that's where I like to have a little difference in my setup here. We both got pretty good setups here. I'm trying to keep my Dracloaks alive, so I do retreat out, and I do use my attach return here just to get this Dracloak in the back set up. My opponent, however, has other plans for it. She does get a few attachments off here, as well as gets the Dunsparces going here and draws like an absorbent amount of cards and bosses up the Dracloak with energy, which is very unfortunate for me and puts me even farther behind. I do go for the Lilies here, get a fresh hand, draw 3 with the Fez, and go for another Buddy Poffin. Most of my Dracloaks or Dreepies are prized, so I'm not able to get a full bench here, but that's all right. I sacrifice the one with no energy again, as well as I go for the draws from my Fez, as well as the recon directive here. I can set up a Dusknoir for a later turn and grab my energy here for that. I play the unfair stand because I think I'm a pretty good advantage now here because of my Dusknoir being able to take out one and then being able to pop another 2 with the Dragapult here and set up on the Fanrotom. My opponent pretty much just has the 1 Alakazam and starts off with 2 cards, so I'm not too scared because they do need to get back up in card advantage to even like hit me. Unfortunately, they only do go for the 6 cards in hand and go for the 120. I then boss up the Abra to get a triple knockout on 2 Abras and the last 10 on the Fanrotom. So I took my my 3 prizes there, and I'm pretty good at this point, honestly. My opponent is going to try and go for the Dawn to get another setup going, as well as going for the Fez to get 3 more cards. I realize at this point that's going to be the way I win. I just need 10 damage on that thing, and my opponent goes for the Battle Cage there, finally getting that guy out, and goes for the knockout on my my Dragapult here. I'm going to start with a Ultra Ball here to get my Dracloak, as well as Rare Candy and Crispin for game. Alright, starting off game 2 here, my opponent does start off with these 3 attaches and passes over to me. I start off with a Buddy Puff and give my Badoo and a Dragapult, or Dreepy here, as well as going for the Meowth to get the Lily's Determination because I definitely need a fresh hand. I do end up just going for the Itchy Pollen as well, and my opponent goes for the Hilda, getting a Kadabra, drawing a few cards, and getting the energy in their hand and attaching for turn after going for a Dunsparce here, as well as getting set up with a couple more average just so I don't knock out the Kadabra and make it a lot harder for her in the end to try and do anything. She does go for the 30 damage on my Badoo there, going for the knockout. The Ultra Ball is going to get me the Fez. I do realize that I need to start hurrying at this point. I do have the candy in hand, which is always very explosive, and I really do like it. I go for the Crispin here, and there is the candy, which is really important to get going quick, especially against Alakazam. You don't want him having too much advantage, which is like the hardest part, especially when the only hand disruption I have is really an unfair stamp. So if they're able to draw out of that, it's kind of like curtains on the game at that point. Anyway, my opponent here is going to try and get as many cards in their hand as possible, as well as keeping their bench flowing with the Dunsparces and the Abras, just getting as much draw as possible. Playing the Genesect here, I don't think they had a tool, unfortunately for them, and they do go for the 240 here, it looks like. I end up going for a Dracloak because I do realize that I need to draw into my Duskulls, or not my Duskulls, my evolutions here, which I do get one here. Unfortunately, I don't have the candy, so I go for the Dusclops. Phantom Dive gets rid of that. They do have Battle Cage out, so I don't put any damage counters up, but I do take my prize. Going for a couple evolutions here, my opponent's going to grab a Alakazam and a Dunsparce, as well as using the Fez here because I did take the knockout, evolving into a Kadabra to draw 2 more cards. Now they have pretty much their whole deck in their hand, and it is looking a little scary here. They go for the attaching on the tool there as well to the Genesect, so I can't play my unfair stand, which is really unfortunate. But they also miss the attack, which is good for me. I end up getting a Dusknoir, as well as getting Dawn for my monkey and a couple more Dracloaks and Dragapult. I go for a Crushing Hammer, getting rid of 1 energy and getting my Dracloak ready. I don't want my opponent to take 2 prizes here, so I do go for the retreat into my Dracloak and go for the 70 damage for the knockout, as well as leaving a 1 prize around the board that I'm not too afraid to lose because I do have the fire energy in my hand. My opponent goes for a few cards that'll help her maybe draw something, and does go for the boss to get the 2 prizes anyways. I do, however, just have the Dracloak ready to go. The Fez draws me 3. I do have the Ultra Ball as well as the boss in my hand, so I can go Dragapult, boss up the Fez, blow up my Dusknoir, and go for game. Alright, you guys, so for the last match here, it's going to be me versus Slowking. This match went really quick. I guess my opponent just kind of wanted to have enough time for game 3 because this literally takes like 3 turns to do. So I get a pretty okay setup. My opponent gets a decent setup, except he does got to start with the Kyurem, which is unfortunate for him. I do get the setup with my Dracloaks, and I'm not too worried about him getting the Kyurem because I know his hand's pretty dead. He just ends up passing over to me, and I do get the Lillies off of the Dracloak. I do get the Shaman, thank goodness here, just in case. That's why the Shaman's in here. I go for the Itchy, and he just scoops. So that's that first game. Game 2, at least there's a little more gameplay. This one's actually a really good game. So my opponent gets the Ultra Ball for the Slowpoke and passes over to me after going for everything here. My turn, I do end up getting a Pokepad for the Shaman. I just do not want the Kyurem to go off on me. And I do go for the Badoo so I can stall for a couple turns at least, hopefully get something I need here. My opponent does go for the Telepathic, getting a couple of Slowpokes out. And I'm just thinking here that I just need to stall for a couple turns. He does get the Lillies with a fresh new hand, goes for the Slowking, and does get the Meowth for the Codebreaker and a Smoochum. So he's going to retreat here, go for the Smoochum, get a couple of energies to set up that second Slowpoke, which is okay. I top deck the Buddy Poffin to get my 2 Dreepies, which I know are safe because of that Shaman. I'm going to attach my Psychic Energy and go for the Itchy Pollen here, just so he doesn't get any items. He will attach and go for the knockout on the Shaman with the second attack. It does 110. Now, I know I really need to get my Shaman back here, So I do get the Night Stretcher and put him back on the bench. Kyurem is just the absolute worst in this matchup. So I do attach to the Dracloak to get that ready. I do get another one here, as well as go for a couple of recon directives and go for the Itchy Pollen to keep him slowed down here. He goes for the Code Breaker and just ends up going for the Kyurem either way to knock out the Badoo and put some damage on my 2EXs here. I do end up bringing up my Dracloak and going for a couple of recon directives. I know here I need to draw as much as I can. I do end up getting the Ultra Ball as well as the Crispin in my hand there, so I know I can get a couple of energies when I need them. I want to use these hammers just so I can maybe interrupt a play he wants to do here in the next turn. I do get the one there, so that's definitely helpful. The Crispin is also super helpful here because I'm able to get the Dark and the Fire set up, and the Monkey is going to be able to get the Fez out of range of another Kyurem attack, because I could tell he was going for the big like 4 prize play, which really would have hurt. I end up moving 30 over to that Slowpoke there in the middle there and go for a 2 prize turn. My opponent gets another Slowpoke as well as the Academy at Night, attaching to that Slowpoke for turn and going for the Ultra Ball to get a Fez, because maybe to get a few more resources that they need to go. They do get the lore as aid, getting exactly every piece that they needed to attack this turn. And then he's able to go for the free retreat here as well as the Slowking Kyurem again. I do, however, have my whole bench safe from at least the normal ones are safe. So he's going to go for the Kyurem again here, hitting my Meowth for the knockout, hitting my active, and hitting my Fez. I'm able to boss up the Latios, and there's enough damage counters here where I can take the knockout on the Latios, the Smoochum, and the Slowpoke for 4 prizes, and that's the game right there. Well, anyway, that's the end of the video, guys. I tried to do something a little different here. I don't know if you guys liked it too much. Let me know in the comments, please. I just want to do stuff you guys enjoy, in regards to at least Pokemon. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.